Right, hey guys, how are we doing? Back another video from Team 4 Star of the 4 Star Bento channel, continuing with the Dragon Ball GTFS series. This is going to be cool. This is where it really tries to be Dragon Ball Z, with Baby now controlling Vegeta. Can't wait to see. And this titles, they spoiled every episode of these titles. Super Saiyan 3 beaten. My god, let's go.
Ultra yikes!
Oh, I've never seen that at the top.
Super Saiyan 3 beat.
No way. FS.
All right. Live, ready. Well, ready as ever.
Ready as we can ever be for GT.
For GT. It's... The entire planet is
Ready
porkinate.
as you can ever
Yes,
be. for GT.
everyone is pregante.
Like...
28 to 29.
They're back to Earth.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of a shell shock. Like,
Yeah, this is the end of the Grand Tour.
hey, suddenly, we're just on
We're
Earth.
just back. We're like back to normal stuff. We got the Dragon Balls. Here you go, Dende. Put them back in Mr. Popo's skull jar. Like, just... I also, like, during that opening scene where they're like dropping stuff off, like Dende's giving him the dirty look, just like the whole time.
He's got the squint to his eyes,
that
like
sneer,
yeah.
Why am I looking at him
but
like
you know,
this?
playing
Oh,
it up
the
as if
smirk.
it's just
Oh.
normal. I don't know. Like, I guess Baby wants to lull them into a false sense of security before attacking them. I guess was the dealio.
I mean, getting the Dragon Balls back, I guess there's a reason to want the Dragon Balls back, maybe.
I mean,
But
Baby
also-
literally just inhabited this planet. Be best if it didn't blow up.
Yeah, because that's the whole point of gathering them, isn't it? Because they made the wish, which is so confusing about the whole concept of the Black Star Dragon Balls. It's like, why would anybody else want them?
Also, definitely don't want to attack with Dende and Popo.
I stand by the fact that Popo might not have been taken. I think he's just there. Like he never
Just enjoying it, just going along with it. Just like, yeah, let's see what happens.
makes any noise. He's just standing there, like walking around like he always does. Like,
It is really funny that Popo is just there.
yeah, he's got nothing going on. I was like, oh, I don't fucking know. This fucking planet, man, just doing his thing. Whatever.
I like how apparently God has been taken over, but Satan is still pure.
But they go back to their respective
Love that.
domiciles, and immediately weirded out Goku is by the fact that Chi-Chi's just not yelling at him. Like
Yeah.
she yells at him all the time, doesn't give him the cold shoulder. That's not her style.
Yeah, silent treatment isn't what Chi-Chi does. So this is new to him. Yeah, there's just this whole extended segment with both Videl and Chi-Chi acting real weird towards Goku and Pan.
Like the way they play it off is fine because Pan's like, "Mom, I'm sorry I went off to space. Please stop being mad." Like that's like parental stuff where it's just like, "I'm real disappointed in you, young lady."
Yeah.
So I can
But with the
get
Goku
her
one, it's
buying
like-
that, you know?
Yeah, I will say the pacing in these two episodes is really weird because it definitely feels like it's trying to build atmosphere. Like, I feel like that's what it's trying to do, but a lot of the scenes just kind of feel like they're, okay, we get it, move along.
Yeah, context clues wise, it takes them a while to figure out what's going on.
Because they feel a need to show all three of their perspectives of like how everyone is acting weird, whereas you don't need to spend so much time on it. Like, we're very well aware of like what's happening,
Longer for Goku.
because we as the audience have already seen the Baby's taken over what Goten and Vegeta and Gohan, so it's very fair to assume that that's what's happened to everyone else.
Appropriately. But
Well, yeah, but like, it takes fucking Satan showing up.
to tell him
them,
exactly what's
yeah.
going on. But and yes, we did get a Mr. Satan and Boo scene where Mr. Satan, to keep himself safe from Baby, has literally just like
Exactly,
decided like, hey
yeah.
Boo, can you like, you know, just eat me real quick, just leave me in there and just keep me safe.
Yeah.
You trust Boo. Boo's a bro. Like they're bros. I bet he's warm and comfy. Like, you think he's just being like wrapped in a giant like taffy like snuggie? Do
I'd like to think so. I don't want to think that it might be slimy in there, though.
you think Boo has like climate control?
No, well, maybe. It's hard to say with Boo.
I bet it smells like Nickelodeon gack on the inside. Like, that's the only scent I can imagine. 90s kids, you know what I'm about.
Apparently it was Boo's idea, too. Yeah. Honestly, really clever way to keep Mr. Satan of all characters safe from this. When I saw that that's what they were doing, I was actually really charmed. Because, you know, when it comes to... I feel like in Dragon Ball, like the filler writers, and sometimes Toriyama himself, can sometimes not utilize the full capacity of what their characters in this universe can do. So to see them play so inside with their own power set and concepts for this particular plot, that's great. I like it a lot.
And they even have a way for Boo, in a way that makes sense, to be kind of immune from Baby's influence, where he's like, oh yeah, he tried to stuff me full of those eggs, but since he has that like control over his meta biology, he was able just to like put them in a gumwad cluster in his body and section it off.
That's so good. I love that.
Yeah, I just put it down there. It was yucky.
Oh,
yeah,
I forgot about
then
that.
spits it out and just apparently like dissolves into
Turns into like
mercury.
gray goo. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say something about oh yeah. By the way, side note, in Super, Daisuke Gori doesn't play Satan anymore. He's the actor who played, and Daisuke Gori, known for a billion different things. If you're familiar with the old Seiyu like set from like the 80s and 90s and early 2000s, he was in a bunch. We lost Daisuke Gori a while ago. And just hearing him back as Mr. Satan, I love his Satan so much, and we're getting a lot of it here. I gotta admit, out of all the characters who feel fully in character right now, is Mr. Satan. I'm loving him. He's great.
Yeah, because you got that moment with Boo where like Boo's just kind of like pushing away all the protesters and stuff that are out there, like trying to be like,
I wouldn't call them protesters. They're an angry mob.
angry mob of people, baby people. And
Baby people.
Boo's like, I don't sense him here. Like, you're good. He's like, okay, let me at him. And Mr. Satan gets out and starts beating up a bunch of them. And then running away comedically because, you know, Mr. Satan. Mr. Satan do what Mr. Satan do.
Yeah, apparently the people that Baby has taken over, they're still about as powerful as a normal human, but they don't go down like normal humans.
Yeah,
Quick
they do not
recovery
reciprocate.
time.
Very, very selfish lovers. Toss the slow ball. I'm gonna hit it.
You know, sometimes it's not a slow ball. Sometimes it's just not trying.
Yeah, but we do get a cute moment with Pan and Giru though. Like,
Yes,
yeah, they've made up, and she gives him her scarf, and like,
good
oh,
kiss.
he's all like happy, like, oh, Giru. Then Vegeta kills Giru. Baby Vegeta specifically, tiny little Muppet baby Vegeta. Well, technically still
You
is.
know what, right? I like that design. I like the white hair with the red on his face.
Ah, motherfucker! Titty guns!
Gotta use your tit rockets.
Ooh, it's cold.
Honestly, in a way, you just gave me everything I wanted.
How could this be? Okay, Vegeta confirmed stronger than an antlion. In the same scene that he's like,
So cool. I love that design so much. Like, I don't know as well. The random line down on his chin's pretty. It's awesome. It looks cool. It looks really, really cool.
hey, by the way.
Well, why is
let
that
my
not a
egg-
Funko Pop? Why have they gone straight to like Baby Vegeta, like second form? You know, doesn't look like Vegeta much. Like, yeah.
Eggs in you, boy. Yeah, that's right. Who's my little bitch, Trunks? And then Trunks puts on eyeliner.
Yeah, and I think I even noticed this when we were watching, like that he lays eggs, and I was like, wait, what about Trunks then?
Yeah,
oh no.
as soon as they drop that Chekhov's gun, it's like, yeah, no, they're latent in Trunks.
Yeah, which
Because they brought it up like the episode after.
yeah, which hey, it's pretty neat, a pretty good idea, a great way to get Trunks without having to like have this whole big conflict. No, he's already infected. Get over.
So once he gets back closer to the main body, which is now substantially more powerful.
Yes.
Just assimilated.
Yeah. Man, I had forgotten a lot about these episodes. So while we were watching through it, I was feeling kind of enraptured. I'm like, oh, wow, how did this originally play out? And it's been kind of cool. Again, the pacing's been a little bit weird, specifically for certain scenes.
Specifically for the mid-episode ad breaks.
Oh, God.
They come out of nowhere most of the time.
They are a sucker punch.
It's like, oh man, like it feels like it'll just cut into like the pacing of a scene too. Like an explosion will happen.
And then suddenly,
Yeah. No, it is really obnoxious. It's never not. And it makes me wonder, I'm almost certain Z had this problem as well.
Probably. I mean, can't remember for the life of me.
But they are exceptionally apparent here.
It's something that the anime industry has gotten a lot better about.
Feels that way.
Yeah.
Definitely feels like we don't have as awkward of ad breaks nowadays.
Also, in Japan, do they only have one ad break per episode? Because I feel like in America, for a half-hour thing, like you go like 5 to 10 minutes break, 5 to 10 minutes break.
One in the middle, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's one
I'm sorry, but like, how do you do it in America, man? Like, I remember being over there years ago and trying to watch something on the TV, and it was like every like 5 or 10 minutes. I was just like, what is going on? Like in the UK, I think now I don't watch TV like at all, but from what I remember, it would be like every 15 minutes adverts, or maybe like every 20, depending on how long it is. Yeah, it's like not as often as in America.
for the opening, and then one before the end,
okay,
and
that
then
makes
one,
sense.
and then one before the ending.
Yeah, that makes
So yeah, you'll have like the opening, and then like maybe an ad or two, half the episode, 1 or 2 ads in the middle. Episode.
So it is similar to America.
And then about like 1 ad before the ending. And here's the cool part, and we've talked about this before, but I always find it endlessly fascinating. So for those who don't know, ad breaks in Japan are a little bit different. Yeah, you'll if you know the kono bangumi wa goran no sponsor no teikyo de okuroshimasu. Yeah, that is saying, hey, this episode
is brought to you by.
Yeah, brought to you by blank. There will be an ad for that in the middle, and something we can't do in America, by the way, as far as I believe we can't do this in America, in the middle of the episode, there's an advertisement very specifically for like toys very directly related to the thing you're watching. Actually, no, I think you can do that in the States. What you can't do is advertise stuff that is otherwise a product in the show.
Okay.
Like there are very strict rules. In fact, like for a lot of shows like Yu-Gi-Oh! Do you know why the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards look the way they do in the English version? Besides the fact that they'd have to translate all the text, which is a bother, having the actual cards in the show goes against our marketing laws of marketing towards children. Because that's technically something you can buy in the show.
I guess, yeah.
So, fun fact, that's why those cards look
That's really interesting. Yo, alright.
like that.
The more you know.
But anyway, that had nothing to do with any of this.
Yeah, Goten and Gohan show up and are acting equally creepy towards Goku, calling him a Saiyan. Is Goku not picking up on it? He's like, hey, guys, come on. I'm just waiting to eat here. Your mom's not talking to me. Just come on.
Yeah, no, it's
And then they just start attacking him. They blow up his house.
Yeah.
Their house. She's finally headed up to here with him.
Yeah.
We're done with this shit.
This is how a royal family handles divorce.
Kill him.
So you know what one of the weird things about the show is for me? That's Goten and Gohan, but they barely look like Goten and Gohan from the beginning of like where we see them in the manga and anime.
It doesn't bother me as much as how they changed Vegeta. So like, their change is like fine compared to that.
I was gonna say. But where, like, I guess Gohan kind of looks like Gohan.
Yeah, he looks fine.
And Goten technically looks like GT Goten, which we've only seen like a handful of. Vegeta, on the other hand, just doesn't look like any other Vegeta that we've seen, and also
It's the hair. It doesn't look like Vegeta hair, but I like the transformation.
like, and it's sort of frustrating because
That's
we're
cool.
being told it's going to be Goku versus Vegeta. It's baby Vegeta, but still Vegeta.
Yeah.
But like. The show is pushing him further and further away from Vegeta, so at this point it just kind of like, it feels like we're missing a possibility of like, oh yeah, shit, that's actually Vegeta in there. But as these 2 episodes go on, that becomes less of a thing. I feel like that's like a dropped ball.
Goten, Gohan fight Goku. They go Super Saiyan, and Goku's just bodying them without bothering, which is neat. He's skilled enough, even in his tiny little baby body, to beat up his baby boys. Then Vegeta shows, like, everybody out of nowhere just converges on Goku's house. Vegeta's there, or no, Mr. Satan and Boo show up first. It's like, I guess they knew to go there. Boo can sense shit. That makes sense to me. It's like, oh, we should go there. Shit's going on. Okay, whoosh. Then Vegeta shows up, baby Vegeta. And then he blows up things. Boo flies away because Pan's been knocked out. And then he eats Pan and Satan to keep them safe. And then that's the end of that episode.
Yeah. I like how your description is very compelling. You're very excited.
I'm very compelled.
Yeah.
I am ultra compelled. Though I was much more compelled in that episode than I was in the following episode, where I feel like a lot of things took a massive dip, including animation and art.
Oh my god. This sucks, by the way. Like, I would have actually taken worse art and animation in the previous episode if we, because hey,
ultra woe, man. Like,
Yeah.
mega yikes.
Yeah. Ultra
Ultra
yikes.
yikes.
Although he did just absorb Satan, so you never
What
know.
was
Wow.
that hand wipe?
Budget.
I guess.
We had two huge things happen in this second episode.
Yeah, the second episode felt like is where they should have put like way more effort.
Right?
Because like the entire point of the episode, like,
More fighting, more going on.
like it's Goku versus Vegeta,
Vegeta,
and he's
yeah.
gonna go Super Saiyan 3.
And we get his baby's transformation into his kind of final form. He still goes
But
golden
everything
later, we know
looks
that,
so
but
stilted. Like there's so many character.pngs, and just the face art feels weird in times.
all of the art feels really, really weird. Because again, they have these different studios that work on it, and this was, I don't know if this was Last House. I can't remember. Sorry, AJ. I know you're probably screaming at the screen what it is. I know you watch this, AJ. Hi, AJ. But yeah, no, it's
not good.
it's not great.
スーパーサイヤ人3しかね
Okay, so he can just do that.
He can. He's just not even gonna bother with 2.
Just straight to 3.
You're ready to lose your eyebrows. Nozawa was like, I don't want to scream for that long. Fuck you. Just do it.
Go.
Come at me, bro.
It's like you spent a majority of that episode just talking about the quality, and me, like, I can get past that shit for the most part. It's noticeable. But like, as long as the plot beats are hitting, it didn't feel like the plot beats were hitting either. Because first of all, again, the way Japan handles some things, like titling their episodes with massive spoilers, and also the fact that now the opening contains
Super Saiyan 4.
4. That's so weird.
Where's your tension at, dog?
Super Saiyan 4 showed up in the ending, and now he's in the opening.
Yeah, it's
And
in the opening of the
So
opening
dumb,
montage of the
so
show now.
dumb.
So it's like this entire episode ends, spoilers, on Goku dying.
Yeah.
Like getting blasted by a Nega spirit bomb. And
So I remember what's. I'm not gonna spoil what happens next, but yeah.
I remember a few things. I remember like Boo coming into focus, and I remember a pair of pliers. So
Oh, you do.
I remember a pair of pliers being. I'm not going to spoil for anybody that doesn't, but I remember a pair of
The pulling of the
pliers.
tail.
We'll get to that. So shit's about to get crazy, but not in this episode. What happens in this episode is Goku decides, Waku Waku, this is super fun. I haven't had a fight like this since Rildo. Better bust out Super Saiyan 3, because I mean it this time. Goes Super Saiyan 3. A minute later, fucking dead. Just
Yeah, no, it's
he
really.
throws 2 punches, and Vegeta's like, ha!
Bam.
Ow!
Yeah, no, it's really funny. Also, very funny that Goku is just like, guess I'll go Super Saiyan 3.
Who needs 2?
And I also, Super Saiyan 3 in his little form, oh yeah, no, barely lasts. Like, guess what? You use it for like 10 seconds. Oh, you're done. You're done. Your body's too small. You don't got the energy no more.
And that makes sense. Like, you know, his tiny body isn't as strong as his adult body.
It makes sense, he says. It makes sense.
It makes more sense than most of the things in this show.
Oh, bars.
It does.
Bar to bar.
Like the fact that he's tiny, like, you know, he is admittedly weaker, even if he still has his skills minus the rhythm. He can still like go Super Saiyan. He can still fight, but
mean, he
even in
found it
his
hard to
adult form,
hold Super
it's
Saiyan 3
admitted
anyway.
that
Yeah,
Super
yeah,
Saiyan
there we
3
go,
is a massive stamina drainer.
I know. It's just sort of funny because you know who didn't have that problem?
Gotenks.
Gotenks.
But Gotenks was also the combined. It's got fusion magic bullshit to go along with
yes.
it,
Okay.
and
That
it does
fusion
make him
magic
defuse quicker.
bullshit.
So there's,
Yeah, it
there's
does do
that
that.
logical consistency.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So there's that going on, which I buy. I just wish that if you're going to make that the tent pole of this episode, give it some gas, man. Like let it be a thing.
Yeah,
maybe like have him do like the, oh, I got him on the ropes. I'm gonna charge up this Kamehameha. I'm gonna finish him off, and then I can't hold it anymore. Ugh, then you lose.
Yeah.
That's how you do a pacing. Instead, it's just like he gets a punch off, and then.
I'd like to. So, I think halfway through the show, which we're almost halfway
Next
through.
episode, we're halfway through.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think this is a fair enough time to say the fights in this show fucking suck. They're bad. They're bad. These fights are bad.
It has some interesting things every now and again. I liked Rildo with his detachable arms. He had like a unique skill set from time to time.
Goku versus Rildo did have that one episode with some cool stuff in it, but a lot of that was more like the environment and how they were utilizing that. But that is part of a good fight, mind you. That is actually hell.
And Gohan and Goten versus Vegeta. It had some pretty cool stuff. Again, playing with the environment.
Yes.
And it like
Slapping
they
his
put
face in the ground.
a lot of time and effort into that fight scene. It was visually interesting, even if it was short.
But like, those are two moments. Everything else, every other fight has been very not good. And this one especially. This is one of the worst fights I think I've ever seen in Dragon Ball.
Pretty bad.
Which is only, oh my god, nothing beats the Resurrection F arc fight. That one with Goku and Frieza, the one.
I'm happy that I skipped the super movie recaps.
Oh, you are so... Honestly, that probably has raised your own personal interpretation of Super significantly over anybody who was
And I
watching
still
it
wasn't a
recently.
fan of Res F.
Oh yeah, no, people.
But yeah,
That's
I
interesting.
just
I like the movie.
寝るんじゃないまだ負けちゃいね
Yeah, but you're also not doing shit, bro.
I haven't lost yet, though clearly I'm not winning.
I don't hear no bell. That being said, am I wrong that he loses Super Saiyan 3 before that transformation happens?
Yeah, no, he
Okay,
does.
so let me get this straight.
Like baby goes into his.
Let me lay out how this happens. We have Goku going Super Saiyan 3.
Yes.
And then almost immediately losing it because he can't keep it up.
Yeah.
Baby then immediately decides, well, you know what? I might as well just add insult to injury and use
transforms
a
again.
well.
Essentially, the Super Saiyan God transformation.
It is essentially
Was
that.
that how he did it? I completely forgot. All right, okay, yeah, all right.
one for one.
To then get his next form, in which he doesn't even keep for more than 5 minutes
Before
deciding-
going into another form.
Before telling the world, hey, I want to do a Dark Spirit Bomb bullshit. Give me all your hatred for the Saiyans, and then take on another form.
Universe, give me your hate. Also a black suit. Just.
Yeah.
His design immediately goes downhill.
I like that as
immediately
well,
becomes
but
too much.
I mean,
it's overdone.
I will say this: it goes from his best, maybe his best design. Actually,
I like red tank top, like cargo jeans, baby Vegeta with the cyber. I think that's a good design.
I was gonna say, my favorite baby design is one we only see in one episode, and that was when he fought.
Oh yeah, when he's actually outside the body.
I actually think that one is his best. It's the most original, best color.
But as far as like baby Vegeta goes.
But yeah, no, we went from maybe his best design outside of his original to his worst design to one that is iconic, but I'd still say worse than the others.
But it's within 5 minutes of each other. Like it's in the back half of that episode where he just goes from like, now I'm gonna transform. He does nothing with this new transformation, by the way. Like does jack shit.
Oh wow, it
Does
does one punch.
look at me now, Saiyan.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna do it again. It's literally that SpongeBob thing. Wanna see me do it again?
They're taking all that baby power. Is this that adrenochrome stuff I keep hearing about?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it gave him bigger abs. Oh, busting his quads, brother. And it gave him new...
See, I like that form.
What?
Don't shut up.
No. I refuse. I have many questions. Most of them starting with what and ending with fuck.
I wouldn't have even minded so much, like, if Goku Super Saiyan 3 had kept up, and then he did the transformation,
And then
Goku had started to lose, and that's when he's like, hey, I'm gonna pull a fucking Frieza like final form, and I'm gonna transform again.
Yeah,
just to drive the despair.
I'm bored of looking like this. I'm gonna.
But no, like we get nothing from this second
form.
form.
Yeah,
Third,
I'll go
whatever.
with like Baby Vegeta is like almost its entirely
That is
own
weird.
thing.
Yeah, like he pulls that second format for nothing. It doesn't. Why even have that? Why not just skip to the final if you're just going to show the worst looking Vegeta?
And the transformation is so weird too. Like he starts to like bulk out of his clothing, but then immediately, like in a flash cut, he has a new skin suit on under everything. Just like I don't know, man.
I don't ask how clothes work in the Dragon Ball universe.
At least with fusion and stuff like that, you can say magic. With Baby, you can't say magic. He is Science Man.
Oh. What if those aren't clothes?
Oh, what, you think it's his skin? He just turned Vegeta into a Ken doll?
Ugh.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
力だ。俺は今最強のサイヤ人パワーを身につけたのだ。
Huh.
Cool.
The irony is that he wants to destroy the Saiyans, but he's using their power, becoming that which he hated most. How ironic. Don't you think? It's like rain on a... No.
A person who hates Saiyans taking over a
Also, there's nothing ironic about that song, it's just unfortunate.
Saiyan's body and then
なんだ
showing off an even greater Saiyan power. This is just Goku Black, isn't it?
Vegeta Black. But Goku's dead, so there's that. There's
Weird, because in my when I went on my homepage before, someone's uploaded a video who did it better, Baby or Goku Black. It's just like and then they've just made
got that going for us, which is neat.
Goku is dead.
Ultra yikes. Ultra Mondo. Wow.
Monstrosity, yikes.
So yeah. Anyway,
And Boo's like, he's fucking dead. And Mr. Satan's like, oh no!
oh shit.
Yeah, and Pan's just like, huh. Weird. Pan, like us, knows that the story has to keep going. Like, she knows that he's plot critical.
It's really funny to me if Pana's like, you say he's dead, but knowing my grandpa, he's still alive. Which that would actually be great. I'd like to see Pan be like, nah, I think you're wrong.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll have to figure that out
Next
Next
time.
time.
on GTFS.
Wow. Quick outro.
Baby.
Baby. All right.
Cool. Very cool. I always like checking those out. It's a nice little recap on GT without having to watch GT. I'd rather watch that than GT. No, I mean, it's great. So, yeah, then I won't be surprised if the next episode is Super Saiyan 4. Or in the next, when they do next week's one and they cover 2 episodes, within those 2 episodes we get Super Saiyan 4. And then it's nothing but Super Saiyan 4 fights throughout that, because then you have, Android 17? Because Dr. Mew meets Dr. Gero in Hell. They release everyone out of Hell. That's going to be fun to see them see that and react to that as well. How Nappa comes back for like 5 seconds. Cooler becomes part canon in the background, and a load of other villains from the movies. And Cell and Frieza's fight with Goku is so bad. It's awful with the stick and the spinning and oh mate. And then Super 17. The design's alright, but the fight's just awful. The repetitive like usage of just one shot all the time, and then after that it's the Omega Shenron stuff. Thank you to my patrons. If you want to have your name at the end of the video and want to be able to watch patron-only reactions, such as the original Dragon Ball series, link is in the description to the Patreon page. $1 a month is all I ask to help support shows. Great appreciate. Thank you for that. And thank you all for watching. What do you guys think of that, guys? Look at this. Click like, subscribe, leave comments below. Let me know what I should watch or discuss in future videos. I'll see you guys later, guys. Nick, damn.